one simple money method that will make you rich one day. This is one thing that my mentor taught me many, many years ago, actually, and it changed my whole financial landscape. So if you are lacking money, or if you, I don't know, maybe want to make your financial status a little bit better than what it is right now, then make sure to stay tuned in this video. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. When it comes to learning, there's nobody ahead and nobody behind. I don't believe I was born with all the skills. I don't believe I was born confident. But what I do know is that if I decide that I'm gonna go in on something, I'm either gonna go big or I'm gonna go home. So this was one of the methods that old mentor of mine, actually, T. Harv Eker, you might have heard of his name before, shared with us. What he calls the money jar system is what I want to kind of share with you guys today, because it's very powerful and it's pretty much the only money system I would actually call a guaranteed money system. Now, I know when I say that, it sounds also scammy. It's like, what is guaranteed? But actually, if you follow the principles, it will work for you. And the simple principles works like this, right? First of all, take a deep breath in and out. Empty the mind, ready for the learning, okay? So if you understand how people usually deal with money, we were never really taught about money. So what we do is we make money and then we spend money. And then a lot of people are always thinking, well, if I manage to make more money, maybe I'll be rich one day. But actually, when they make more money, what do they do? Think about it. You just spend more money. So actually, that formula is kind of a money habit. It's a way we deal with money. And if we continue to go that way, we will always make more money and spend more money. And then we'll always be left without any money. So actually, by making more money alone will not help you. The whole thing is how you manage your money, right? So if you're taking notes, then start writing this down. So instead of saying, I will spend everything that I make, and let me tell you something, it's not like you're conscious about doing it. It's not like you say, okay, that's my plan. But it's naturally, we feel like upgrading the house, upgrading the car, going on holiday, buying more things for the kids, for the parents, whatever it is, and then it's gone again. So instead of that, what T. Harv Eker talks about, he says you need to change your financial thermostat and the way you manage money. And what he says is, you take your 100% that comes in and you manage it differently. So what do? Right, make sure to take notes on this. You take 50% of whatever comes in, and with that 50% of your income, let's say you're making 1,000, right? You take 1,000 and then you would take 50% of it, so you take 500, and you section that for living necessities. Okay, you can write that down. So that could be things like house, bills, car, maybe not this car, but maybe like just a car to get around in, you know? And so they're your necessities, eating, food, okay? So it doesn't need to be so glamorous and living the high life, but that's your necessities. So 50% goes towards that. Then you take 10%, which will go towards another jar, your second jar, which is called savings to spend. Okay, make sure to write that down. So what it means is this is money that you keep, the 10%, so you'll take £100 every single month, and you'll keep, and it'll go into your savings account, and that is for spending. So maybe you're saving up for a new TV, maybe you're saving up for a new car, maybe you're saving up for a holiday. That's where that money goes. The next jar, your third jar, right, is called your financial freedom jar or your passive income jar. And you put 10% towards your financial freedom jar. So what that means is all that 10%, by the way, this is the crucial one, so I'd like you to put a big circle around it, because this one is the one that will set you free, and I'll explain why in a moment. Okay. Then you take 10%, and that 10% will go towards your play jar. This is always everybody's favorite. It means, wow, woohoo, we get to enjoy the 10%, which is the £100 a month, right? Or $100 a month. Now, I know what some of you will be thinking. You'll be thinking, but $100 a month, I'm not going to be having too much fun with that amount of money. But, right, wait until we get to the end, then you'll understand how this works. Mm-hmm. Then you take another 10%, and that 10% will go to contribution, will go to giving. So this, whether you believe in karma, whether you believe in positive giving, and then you receive positive things, or whether you understand that contribution is our greatest act, meaning it's our highest human need, according to human need psychology. So when we give to other people, it makes ourselves happy, right? So one is for giving, so that's another 10%. And the sixth jar, the final jar, I don't know why I do this, but I actually do this because, you know, in Chinese, this means six, but I think it's irrelevant unless you're Chinese. So whenever I say six, I do this. But anyway, the sixth jar is the personal development jar, right? The growth jar. So there's this saying that says, if you're not growing, you're dying. You need to be investing in yourself, investing in education, right? When you increase your self-value, your knowledge, to make yourself better, to empower yourself, whether it be on a spiritual journey, whether it be personal development, whether it be even towards finances or relationships, right? You need to invest in books, into mentors, into coaches to develop yourself. Because when you increase your knowledge and value, then your value increases, then your life changes. So that's the sixth jar. Now, let's rewind and go back to the financial freedom jar, which is actually the most crucial one of all. Why? Put a big circle around it. Because that is the one that will set you free. So the $100 in there, or the £100 a month, you're thinking, what am I going to invest in for £100 or $100? So understand that there's a compounding effect. Let's say, for example, let's say you have a cash cow, right? And that cash cow, right now, you're milking $1,000 a month from it. Now you've got $100 coming out every single month for your financial freedom jar. Now you're thinking, well, $100, I'm not going to be able to buy another cash cow from it. But maybe a new cash cow will cost you $2,000 or maybe more. Now, if a new cash cow costs you $2,000, you think, I've only got $100, I'm not going to be able to invest in another cash cow. But in, 10 months' time, you'll have $1,000. In 20 months' time, you'll have $2,000. So in 20 months' time, less than 2 years, you'll be able to buy your second cash cow. Now, the beauty happens with the compound effect, which happens after the second year. Because now you have two cash cows producing $2,000 a month. Then, going into your financial freedom jar, if you follow the system, you have $200 per month. $200 would mean actually in 10 months' time, you buy your third cash cow, which means you have $300 a month, which means in 5 months' time, you buy your next cash cow. So compound effect means that actually within 6 years or something like that, you'll find that you'll probably have 4, 5, 6 passive income streams. Whereas if you didn't do it at all, actually, your whole life, you'll probably be, and I hope I don't offend anybody by saying this, but if I do offend you, it means that probably this is happening to you, that's why it hurts. But if you don't do it at all, it means that you'll make money, spend money, make money, spend money, and you'll always be financially broke. Now that's challenging. Now I'm not saying money is everything, but the lack of money is a struggle. And it also drops us into negative vibrations, and I'm sure none of you want to do that, right? So if you want to create that financial freedom, enjoy life more, then it's very important to implement this system. You have 2 questions right now. I know what the questions are. Number 1, you're saying, Master, I can't take 50% onto living because that's not enough. I need to take 100% right now. So there's 2 methods for you here. Number 1, very simple, decrease your outgoings. Number 2, increase your incoming. How do you increase your incoming? Not by working more hours. That's broke mindset. Wealth mindset is to say, I increase my self-value to become more valuable and to get paid more. These 2 things, if you work in combination, then you up your pay, you decrease your outgoing, and understand even if you decrease your outgoing, pain is only temporary. Because it'll be a matter of time where you'll be able to buy those cars or houses or whatever you want back again. Anyway, that's kind of a sum up of something that took me actually 3 days to learn. But if you guys got any thing out of it at all, please do hit the thumbs up if it makes sense to you. Also, comment below. Let us know if you guys have any questions around this. Then maybe we can answer it on the Ask Master show. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's that little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're going to sign out and we're going to do some yoga practice. Are you ready for this? This is going to be so epic. We got here. Anyway, this week we're going to practice something very, very fun. And I say fun, maybe when you're doing it, it won't actually seem that fun. But actually, we're going to clamp this arm. I know that sounds really fun. We're going to clamp this arm. The purpose for it is to actually release an energy point here. Allow the energy to channel, which is directly linked to the 3 channels on the back of your neck, which is directly linked to the 3rd eye. Okay, make sure to get that down. So we're going to clamp it in a certain way to move the asana. So you can't just do this, right? Which I know some of you will be thinking that will be the way. But we're going to do it in a dynamic way where energy is flowing throughout the body. Okay, so it's very powerful. So what you do, you go into downward dog. Okay, so 2 feet together, heels are down. Right foot will come out, right? So it goes in the center of the 2 palms, okay? So you guys can join this yoga challenge, okay? And then tag me in it, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. So you put the elbow out. Now you need to make sure that shoulder goes underneath. So we are pushing the shoulder underneath, elbow we push out. Now, if it's pushed out enough, leg should be able to clamp. So you'll be able to stay here for a lifetime, okay? And then what we do, now we use the left palm, we lift the foot towards the head to touch the 3rd eye, and we hold. If you can hold for 10 seconds, hold for 10 seconds. And then you drop, okay? Bring the foot back out, downward dog. Now you need to practice the same with the other side. So I'm gonna do it on the other angle so you guys can see. So you're in downward dog, left foot comes out, over, okay? Again, get the shoulder underneath, elbow pointed out. Bring your weight distribution back so the arm clamps. Hold on with the right palm, lift to the forehead, touching the 3rd eye. Hold, then slowly release. So that's it. This is the calm after the storm. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you've hit the like and stuff like that, and do check out the other videos. I think that's it. Namaste to all.